What's up, guys? We're doing a new thing. Dying. No. So, yeah, today we're going to be comparing the, Alchemist builds that are, provided by Owlcat between Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous, trying to determine which of the two Pathfinder games has the better Alchemist class. I have a cat. She is leaving. I no longer have a cat with me. So I started a respec in both games. We'll be going over the stat spread. As you can see, we got the ability scores here. I did not choose these, the game did. Excuse me. We'll be looking over the stat spread, the skill ranks chosen, the feats chosen, and any class abilities. So, for example, this lady right here, we got point blank shot, we got precise shot, and we got throw anything. So obviously this is going for a bomb based build. I don't think there's anything else that they choose at level 1. Due to that, the fact that we have a 20 intelligence raises the DC of the bombs as high as possible. That is quite worthwhile, I think. I don't... oh, also, disclaimer. The only alchemist I have ever played myself is a vivisectionist. I've never played a bomb-based alchemist, so if I get anything wrong, please let me know. I'm basically just going off of intuition and what I do know of it, because I do know the bombs do have. Oh yeah, also. Oh, I didn't realize that it also boosts how many bombs you get. So yeah, that's very, very important, right? Because once you run out of bombs, what are you gonna do? Just use a crossbow or something, I guess. What are the simple weapons and bombs? Okay. Yeah, so basically, if you don't have any bombs, you're basically just gonna be shooting people with a crossbow. One of these things is far more powerful than the other. Let me just double check. Yeah, reflex save for half damage. Yep. All right. So we got point blank shot, we got precise shot, we got throw anything, we got a decent dex. Our bombs. Do they go for touch AC? Are they a ranged touch attack? Uh, Give me 1 second. I'm gonna do a little bit of research. Alchemist bombs, ranged touch. Target touch AC. Okay, so yeah. So a +3 to dex is pretty good to start off with that particular with that kind of thing. You don't really need that much bonus to hit, right? To be able to land touch attacks. So just going for 16 dex is fine. Dumping charisma, you don't really need charisma as an alchemist. Me personally, I also like dumping strength if I'm going to be going for a character that doesn't benefit from it in attack or damage or anything like that. But there is a fair number of things in this game that do strength damage or strength drain. So keeping a 10 strength, I think, is fine. Although I personally, if I'm trying to min-max, I would probably dump this to either get a bit more dex or maybe to get my con up a bit more. Or maybe even wisdom. Hello again, Shelby. How are you? So yeah, that's pretty much level 1. If we go back to summary. Yeah, so we got ranks in Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World, Trickery and Perception, it looks like. Anything else? We could look at this a bit more whenever we get to level 2, because I can't quite remember where all those skill ranks were. It looks like we get a fair number of them. Yeah. All right, so we will look at that whenever we get to level 2, which will be in just a moment. So far, it's mainly just the feats. If you're going to be going for a ranged character, point blank shot and precise shot are required. If you're going for a bomb throwing character, I think throw anything is also perfectly fine. This basically, these three combined, this is basically a +1 to attack. This is effectively a +4 to attack, and this is also another plus. So this is basically a +6 to hit with your bombs. Which is kind of a crazy amount, right? And yeah, so we're gonna do that. We are going to open Wrath of the Righteous, because I didn't actually have Wrath of the Righteous open. We're basically going to be running both games here at the same time, and then just alt-tabbing between the two, basically. Oh, I have my PC audio muted. Let's fix that. All right, we'll be loading the game. MC Autobuilds will be using this file here. Oh wait, no, this one didn't actually work. This one was not going to work. Never mind. I have the wrong file. Ignore me. Yeah, because this is like one of the default characters, which I do plan to go over those at some point in the future as well. I literally just need I don't really want to do a threshold save because that's like really fucking loud. I guess we can though. We could just do this one real quick. We're not going to worry about mythic levels for these auto builds because they do not have an auto build for the mythic levels for your main character. And that's why I didn't want to come to threshold. It's really fucking loud in here. You be quiet. You be quiet. You are very, very loud, sir. Can I even... What am I doing? We're gonna do this instead. Okay, we're gonna go back to the main menu. We're just gonna make a new character. And then we're gonna cheat. We will turn toy box back on. Save. Close. We're just gonna cheat real quick. Why? This happened to me yesterday too. When I was testing this, it would not let me start a new game for some reason. Is that why I had the mods turned off? Sorry, I had this all like... No, it's just not letting me start a new game. But why? That's another thing that we could test. See if Through the Ashes has different auto builds than the normal ones. I go to different difficulty setting. Why is this not letting me start a new game to check this? All right, we're gonna restart Wrath of the Righteous, and hopefully this will that will fix the issue. That is it's a little bit worried. Jeff, hello, Jeff. How are you doing today? We're having a little bit of trouble getting Wrath of the Righteous to cooperate with us at the moment, but we will get there. All right, we will start a new game. And there we go. All right, we did it. We did it. Even the test builds, they all must be Terry. Good, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right, Alchemist. I am also doing quite well. Yes. So here is a difference between Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous when going into auto builds. Kingmaker does not choose your race for you. So you can choose human, elf, whatever the hell you want, basically. We just went with human because that's the one that's at the top of the list. But I looked at a few different auto builds, just like basically just this far, this morning when I was looking at when I was planning things out and getting everything set up and all that good stuff. Every single one of them seems to choose a different Aasimar heritage. So this one we get Emberkin, Gives us a +2 to intelligence and charisma. I don't know why charisma, but the intelligence definitely helps with an alchemist. You also get a bonus to lore, religion, and knowledge arcana, and burning arc is actually a pretty decent spell to get for free. So this isn't a super bad one, but there is a... Oh, is there not a dex and intelligence one? Oh, okay. I thought there was a dex and intelligence one. There's not. There's dex and charisma and dex and wisdom, but not dex and intelligence. This is actually the only intelligence based. Okay, so that makes sense. This makes complete sense. This is the only heritage that gives you a boost to your intelligence, so works very well. You just get an untyped bonus to alchemist bombs and items. Yes. If you're gonna be an alchemist, like this does seem to be the correct background to choose. Because yeah, this is damage. So this says that it's an enhancement bonus in case of weapon proficiency. This is not a weapon proficiency. This is a bonus to damage. And it is untyped, so it stacks with everything else. That's really, really strong. So the stat build is actually identical to the one in Kingmaker, with one exception. We do have a +2 to charisma here, but that's because of the racial boost being a +2 to intelligence and charisma, as opposed to just intelligence in Kingmaker with the human. So this is completely identical. Yeah. Oh, I love pickpocket. Over on basically most of my Twitch streams, especially when I was doing the roguelite DLC, I was just constantly running groups full of thieves because pickpocket, the initiative bonus is just so good. But I mean, yeah, like it is very flavorful, and yeah, if you're gonna go for an alchemist auto build one, I feel like this is the one to choose. Your skill ranks. So skill ranks, we get trickery, stealth. Well, how many do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trickery, stealth, knowledge, world, and lore nature. This is a difference. This is a difference compared to Kingmaker. Kingmaker, you get knowledge arcana and knowledge world. Here you get knowledge world and lore nature. I wonder why they made that difference. You also get perception and UMD. So all of the other 5 are different, except we swap out knowledge arcana for lore nature. I don't know if I like this that much. Because if you're making this your intelligence character, you probably want to boost your knowledges as high as possible. I mean, you do have like Nenio that you can use in the party. Woljif also has a fairly high intelligence, so he can also be pretty decent at these knowledge checks. But I'm not a huge fan of the lore nature pick here. I think it would be better served going into knowledge arcana. Like, especially since you get a bonus, you get +3 bonuses. I feel like this is a waste. Because it would be very, very difficult for anybody to beat out this alchemist in terms of knowledge arcana. I feel like this is, yeah, I feel like this is a waste. We get point blank shot just like we did in Kingmaker. Well, hello, baby girl. How are you doing? We have a kitten again. We have a kitty cat. Yeah. Especially with the background and the heritage. It's too much to not go for. These spells with as high an intelligence as we have, you're gonna get every single level 1 spell. And yeah, if you're going for a bomb alchemist, I think these are the best spells to pick here. Firebelly and Stonefist don't really do anything for you. And then we have something that doesn't matter, something that doesn't matter.
Follow if you dare. All I see is blackness. Quick,
All right, and there we go. That is level 1. Hey, Brock here, what's up? It's been a while. How you doing? Yeah, that's level 1 in Wrath. We went over level 1 in Kingmaker. All right, we're gonna get in here and we are going to cheat our way to level 20 before we leave this area. Oh god, there's conversations happening. We don't like conversations. Shh.
You will have water. Be quick about it before it's too late.
I don't remember. Can I go? Hooray. And now cheating. Hey, what are you doing? Weirdo. Oh man, look at all that. We did so much work. We are already Hi. Rat. Okay, so yeah, we are going to Alt tab back over to Kingmaker. No. All right. Level 2. So looking at the discoveries, Precise Bomb, that's pretty good. I feel like if you're going for bomb-based stuff, Precise Bomb is really strong. Makes it so that you don't explode your own people. Haven't been getting any notifications. I've definitely gone through that. Hopefully, now that I'm on the YouTubes and not on the Twitch anymore, hopefully that'll fix that. But yeah, let's see. What else could we do for these? I feel like Precise Bomb is probably the first one that you really want to pick up. That way you just don't have to deal with that way you just don't have to deal with friendly fire, right? It's just one less thing you have to worry about. Because I believe you do have to throw these at a character, right? You can't just throw them on a square near a character. So if you have melee characters coming in to fight these guys, you're gonna be hitting your melee characters if you're throwing bombs at the enemies. So I think taking Precise Bomb is perfectly fine here. Looking at the skills, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we are getting. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm getting at, Jeff. Like, you just there is not like there you can make an argument for like explosive bombs or tanglefoot or acid, choking, any of these, but I feel like these all come after Precise, right? I feel like you have to pick Precise Bomb first. You can target, okay. Like I said, I'll repeat this because I don't think there was anybody in the stream yet when I said this before. I've never played an Alchemist outside of Vivisectionist. So I've always been a stabby Alchemist. I've never been a explodey bomby Alchemist. So I'm going off of intuition and the tiny bit of knowledge that I've gained from talking with other people. So if I am wrong, if y'all have any inputs, please let me know. Because yeah. So we are going to have one more skill rank than normal because we are human. Humans get one more skill rank than normal. And these skill ranks. Oh, interesting. So Kingmaker also, we only got the point in Arcana at level 1 because of the extra skill rank. So this is not actually any different whatsoever from the Wrath of the Righteous skill build. It's just we have one more because we're human. Wouldn't take Precise Bomb on a bomb users for Grenadier. Do they get it for free? I assume, or something along those lines. Let's take a look at our. Yeah, it looks like the build is almost exactly the same. You take all the same spells, you take all the same skills, you take all the same ability scores. There's just, so far, the only differences are because of the actual race that was chosen. Human versus Aasimar. Bomber's great, amazing damage. Main downside is limited resources. Yeah. Okay. That would make sense. All right. All right, so that's level 2. There's not really a whole lot going on there. So it looks like Lord Nature is the one that's getting left behind in the Wrath version of the skill build. That makes sense. We were talking before. This is probably the least useful of the ones that we have, except for maybe stealth because it's not a class skill, so you don't get that +3. And we do have a negative to it because we are wearing armor. But yeah, Precise Bomb again, Fire Belly again. So yeah, this is the exact same. Is it actually just going to be boring and they're going to be the exact same? Is that what's going to happen here? I don't want that to be how this goes. Come on. Well, actually, it can't be because the feat build is 2 feats behind, actually. All right. So we get ability focus bombs at level 3. +2 to the DC for all saving throws against the bombs. Feel like that's probably pretty good. Probably pretty good for this. And then, yeah, you get the last level 1 spell that you have access to. Literally, all the other ones have already been chosen. Hooray, we did it. All right. And then, yeah, Precise Shot here. Acid Bomb. It is going to be the same. Oh, that's boring. Mythic is where things get spicy. Unfortunately, there's no mythic auto builds for your main character. That's the unfortunate bit. Mythics do not have an auto build for your main character. At least when I was trying to test it out this morning before I went to bed, I wasn't able to find anything. Damn. Yeah, because Acid Bomb and we get I saw Acid Bomb in Wrath as well. Yep, Acid Bomb, Cat's Grace. Oh, there's an actual difference. Oh wait, no, was there? No, you do get throw anything here. Nope. All right. So yeah, we're just 1 feat behind here because we're not a human. We get Bark Skin. Yep, Bark Skin. We get Rapid. Rapid Shout works with bombs? Does Rapid Shout work with bombs? No. Does it? Oh no, multi-shot is the one I'm thinking of. Multi-shot is the one that specifies bows, I think. That's what. Here, let me just find. Show unavailable. Many shot, sorry. Yep. Okay, so yeah, many shot is the one that specifies bows. When making a full attack with a bow, your first attack fires 2 arrows. It's a must take, but not until higher levels. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like at this point, you're going to be fairly low on your... Like, how many bombs do you get? Where's it at? Not the mutagen, right here. Class level equal to intelligence modifier. So right now you would have... Was 10? Have 10 bombs? That's 5 rounds. But it is an option. You can toggle it on and off. So you can save up, you can't have it off until you get to like a boss or something like that, and then to pop it on, and then suddenly you have double damage on your boss per round for this character. You get Barks yet? Okay, so we didn't really look too deep into the spells that you have access to at level 1, because you're just going to get all of them. So worrying about level 1 spells wasn't too big a deal. However, on level 2, what do we have access to? We have access to Blur. We have access to Fox's Cunning to boost up your intelligence. Invisibility is a very powerful spell. Restoration Lesser, probably not that great because you can't use it on anybody else. But, you know, in case you do get hit by, you know, ability damage or something like that, you would be able to remove it from yourself. But we do not have Infusion. Got to keep in mind, we do not have Infusion yet. Cat's Grace, I think, is fine. I don't think I like Barkskin, because if you're a bomber, you're not going to be in the in melee, so your AC isn't that big of a deal, right? So like Fox's Cunning or Blur. I feel like I would probably take Blur over Barkskin. I think I definitely would take Fox's Cunning over Barkskin because it does boost up the DC of your bombs by 2. Invisibility can potentially prevent people from targeting you until you start attacking, obviously. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of taking Barkskin here. I think there are better options for sure. But it's not a bad one, and it is a fairly long duration, 10 minutes per level, so this is basically an hour at this point, right? Whereas most of the others are still minutes per level. And this is Kingmaker, so there's no way to boost that any further, right? Can't get what the hell is it called? Why can I never remember the name of the mythic ability? Whatever, the one that makes them 24 hours. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I don't really like Barkskin here. Not a fan. Oh, well, there's Infusion. Alright. So yeah, ability focus bombs, Barkskin. Enduring spells. That's what it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, still getting Infusion. Yeah, yep. Well, this is going to be very boring if they're the exact same, except one is a feat ahead. Yeah, because there's rapid shot, heroism. All right, so we're gonna go back to Kingmaker. This is disappointing. I should have actually checked to see if the builds were gonna be different before I started doing this. That is a little bit sad that they just copy pasted though. Although most of these are just, you know, these are the things that you're gonna get. Because yeah, now it's weapon focus. Let's just go through the Kingmaker one. Well, I was going to go level by level by level, but there's not really any difference so far. So let's go through Kingmaker, and then after we go through Kingmaker, we'll go through Wrath. And then, yeah, we'll figure out what else we're going to do today, because this is going a lot faster than I thought it was going to. I was definitely expecting there to be more differences here, but, well. Yeah, weapon focus bomb is fine. One thing I didn't notice or mention, we are putting more points into intelligence as we level up. I think this is fine. It gets us more bombs per day. It gets us higher DC on our bombs, like more spells per day, all that good stuff. I'm perfectly fine with focusing on intelligence here. Heroism I'm also perfectly fine with. It is a very good spell. Very, very useful. I'm not sure, actually, okay, I didn't actually talk about this. Kingmaker wants acid bombs for trolls, but Wrath could take some difference. Yeah. They both already have acid bomb. I think they both got it as their second. Their second one. Yeah. Although, actually, I didn't talk about acid bomb. That is true. Acid bomb is really, really strong for Act 2 in Kingmaker, because while those trolls are immune to fire damage, they sure as hell ain't immune to acid. So acid bomb in Act 2 is incredibly strong. Just like acid maw in Act 2 is incredibly strong for Ikundeo's wolf, or any other animal companion that has a bite attack. I don't think I would have taken Cure Moderate here, actually. I think I would have taken Fox's Cunning or Blur or any of those other ones that I was talking about earlier. I'm not a huge fan of these two spells here. Heroism I'm perfectly fine with. Heroism and Displacement I think are the two best ones for Alchemist here. Yeah. Yeah, I think Displacement and Heroism are the best ones here. I think you take one slot for Heroism per day and then spam Displacement in the rest of them. Especially since you didn't get Blur at level 2. Yeah. I think that's probably the best way to do that. Yep, and there's Displacement. We get fast bombs here. What all do we have access to? So we have Infusion. Oh, actually, Infusion does open up a lot of more possibility for his spells. Although, I think if you're going for a bomber, I don't think Infusion is as important as getting all the bomb enhancements that you want to grab. I think taking Infusion here is a little bit leaning towards trying to be a jack of all trades, master of none thing. I feel like you should probably focus more on getting your bombs as powerful as possible and let somebody else be the support and buff character. Because you got people like Tristan, your main character. Well, I guess this is your main character. Like you have people for your buffs. I don't think you would need to do this for a bomber. Like even cognitogen, I think would be decent. I don't think that here's a question. Does a cognitogen increase the number of bombs per day that you can throw? I would assume not, because that number is refreshed when you rest, and cognitogen is not going to be active when that happens. Not for a while, anyway. Because once you get up to this, you could still have it active whenever... That's interesting. I don't... Okay, let's go... It does not... Okay, good. Well, not good, but... Yeah, it buffs your DCs. It does all the other stuff, it just doesn't buff. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it does make it so that it's not quite as important to take, right? What else could we take, though? So fast bombs... Okay. So right now, I don't think the fast bombs is that good, because you're just going to run out, right? Because at this point, you're going to have... You're going to have just gotten the ability to throw a second, or you're going to just have gotten a second attack per round. And you're only going to have, at this point, well, I guess 14, right? Because, yeah. 6 plus 8, 14. So you're going to have 14 bombs per day. It's kind of like how you were talking about how rapid shot should be a later feat. I feel like this is just that again. On the other hand, well, actually, I don't know. I don't know if you can turn this off or not. Because, like, the rapid shot I was okay with, because I was like, yeah, you could wait later, but at least now it's done. And you can just toggle it off and on for whenever you need it. This one, you need to be a lot more careful with how you handle it. If you're in turn-based, it's a lot easier. If you're playing in real time, then it's really difficult to control this, because you have to move your character every round to prevent them from getting a full attack. And I feel like that's just way too micromanagey for the slight benefit that this brings you. I do not like fast bombs this early. You could take force bombs. Knocking people prone is really powerful. Very strong, especially if you have a lot of melee characters. Terrence, Bovin, what's up? How you doing? How have you been, good sir? Also, you could just take explosive bombs. We could just have explosive bombs here. We could have force bombs here. Dispelling bombs. I like dispels. Dispels are good. Oh, instead of dealing damage, never mind. No, we don't want to not deal damage, right? You want to deal damage. Doing good, doing good. Enjoying my time over here on the YouTubes. Realizing that this particular comparison idea is less than perfect, because we have found 0 actual differences between the builds thus far. But maybe we will find some as we get deeper into the builds. I mean, hell, you could even have Tanglefoot, right? Yeah, I think fast bombs is just not the play here. I think probably, honestly, like cognitogen or explosive bombs is probably what I would go for here. Instead of fast bombs. I'm not a huge fan of this early. Probably explosive bombs. Where are you at level 8? Level 8 is like Act 2, right? So you're running into a lot of, I mean, this is trolls. This is trolls right here. So if you can boost the amount of trolls that you can hit with a single acid bomb. Oh, I guess these are specifically fire, huh? You can't have both. Can you have both? This just goes back to me not knowing how bomb alchemists work really well. I don't know if you can have these stacked, because if you can have acid bomb and explosive bombs, I'm assuming no. I just want to go on the record. I'm assuming you cannot, but if you can, that makes these very, very strong against the trolls in Act 2. Right? Incredibly powerful against those guys. One time, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I'm actually really surprised that they haven't taken explosive bombs yet. But anyway, got cognitogen, explosive bombs, force bombs, blinding bombs. Like there's a lot of other choices that I would take over fast. Displacement, on the other hand, yes. This is the correct choice. This is what I was talking about earlier. This and heroism are probably the two that I would focus on here. Since we have infusion, you could take haste or something along those lines. This could be the haste bot for the party. But if that was the case, that would have been the first spell that I take for this character. But I don't think that that's I don't think that that's good. I am not a fan of the infusion choice. Toughness. Here we fucking go. All right. I hate toughness as a feat. I hate it. 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 Why do you have points in athletics and mobility? When the hell did this happen? I look away for 2 levels, and y'all are pulling this shit. All right, let's. Why? It's like they're just throwing points in random fucking skills. What the hell? When the hell did that happen? Instead of maxing out Knowledge Arcana, they put 2 random points in athletics and mobility, ensuring that you could not get Knowledge Arcana maxed out until you get to 24 intelligence at level 16. The fuck? What the fuck? Why? Why this? Why this? Bad. Bad, bad, bad. Don't like it. Toughness. 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 All right, what could we take besides toughness? Well, this is Kingmaker, so blind fight. Um, this does not affect bombs, right? Elemental focus. They did it just to annoy me. I know they did, because they do it with every fucking character. They do it with every character. Everyone. Every single one. They always do this. If they take Die Hard, I'm gonna be pissed. They usually don't. They almost never do. This right here is by far my most hated feat in these games. I despise this feat because it is a trap for new players. It is a trap for new players because if your character goes unconscious, the overwhelming majority of enemies will ignore that character and move on to the next one. And as long as the hit that took them below 0 does not kill them, they will not be killed. However, if you have Die Hard and your character stays up and fighting, they will continue to attack this character and they will actually kill him. I hate Die Hard as a feat in these games. It is an insanely bad feat. It is a trap. It will get you killed far more often than it helps you. I despise this. Also, just take extra bombs. Here we go, extra bombs. We got a bunch of things that burn through our bombs really fast. Taking toughness instead of extra bombs is a bad idea. However, is there anything that... No, not really. I was about to look to see if there was anything else that we could take. You could take skill focus in one of your skills. Outflank is not going to help you here. Yeah, just take extra bombs. By the way, dodge better than toughness. Dodge is better than toughness. I'll take dodge over toughness every day of the week. I will take combat casting on a barbarian before I take Die Hard on anybody. I hate Die Hard. I hate it. It's a... Anyway. I'm getting mad over something that doesn't even happen here. Cure serious wounds. Not a fan. I don't think that you should be getting cure spells on your alchemist. It's fine, I guess. But like haste would probably be better. Resist energy communal would be better. Something to either prevent the damage from happening, like resist energy communal or protection from arrows, or haste to try and kill the enemies before they kill you. I think either of those would be a better pick than cure serious wounds. Especially since you have 2 clerics that you could choose for this party. And you can just channel positive energy and heal after the fight. Oh, hey, force bombs. So we do grab force bombs. I do like these. Knocking people prone is very, very powerful. Triggers attacks of opportunity whenever they get back up. Very, very good ability to have. One that I relatively recently started understanding just how good it was. For a very, very long time, I underestimated the prone condition as to how dangerous it could be. And then I got a Midnight Isles build where I was tripping people a whole lot. And I realized that they would just explode the instant they tried to get up. So I was like, oh, this is actually incredibly powerful. So I like this. This is good. Explosive bombs is still really good. Cognitogen is still really good. But force bombs are also very good. So I'm okay with this choice. What else did we get? Fucking random athletics and mobility. Freedom of movement. As your first level 4 spell, I mean, I guess. Greater Invis is a possibility. Stone Skin is a possibility. Restoration is a possibility. I guess Freedom of Movement is okay. I skip so much of the game these days, I can't really remember how often Freedom of Movement could be legitimately useful. So, yeah. Alright, level 11. Improved Critical Bomb, okay. We still don't have any extra bombs. I think this is the earliest level that an alchemist can get this, so that's fine. It's not like we took toughness over improved critical. Right, because improved critical requires... hello, excuse me? Oh, wait, we can't do that. Please, for the love of God. Yeah, BAB8. So I think we would have gotten access to this at level 10, technically. So we actually get it here at 11. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Level... Okay, that's fine. Greater invisibility, I approve of. I like that spell a lot. It's slightly redundant with displacement. But having extra casts of a spell that does similar but not exactly the same thing is fine, especially since they're rounds per level. So it allows you to do it more often, right? I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Greater Invis. Get Greater Mutagen. Okay. Is that necessary for a bomber? Is this necessary for a bomber? I don't think so. What this does do is this confirms that they're never going to take Cognitogen. Never going to take this. What could we take instead? Cursed Bomb. We still don't have Explosive. Take Holy. Well, I guess a lot of the Wild Hunt people are chaotic neutral. They're not evil, so actually that wouldn't be that great. Still don't have Explosive Bombs, though. I definitely think that they should take Explosive Bombs by now. Cursed Bomb. A -6 to con is really powerful. Especially as we get closer and closer to the end of the game. Yeah, for Wrath, Holy Bomb is incredibly good. For Kingmaker, not quite so much, because most things are not actually evil in Kingmaker. Fight a lot of chaotic neutrals. Or just true neutrals. A -6 to con is incredibly powerful. I mean, oop, did not mean to do that. I'm gonna take a quick look at a thing for just a second. Nyrissa. Kingmaker. $32. She's a level 32 character. So times that by 6, or I'm sorry, times that by 3, it's 96 damage. Every time she fails, well, she's not going to fail at the will save. The will save. Her will save is a plus 42, I think. Well, plus 33. I thought it was higher than that. Regardless, her will save's really high. Not likely to fucking get past it. But, like, that's just, like, one example. That's the final boss. The final boss, a level 32 Fae. That's 96 damage. If you land this. If we get... Hirovetti. 19. Will save of 25. Quite a bit more likely. That's 54 damage. Less impressive, but still pretty good. Right? The numbers in Kingmaker don't quite get to the insane levels that they do in Wrath. But yeah, I can see this being really, really strong. As long as you can get it to land. Especially, like, if they do have really high wills, or wisdom saves, will saves, you could do the Curse of Idiocy, drop the will save down, and then start taking chunks out of their con. On the other hand, you're doing, what, 66 damage at this point? Plus your intelligence mod, which is a 6 at this point as well. This is unbuffed, by the way. If we're level 12, you're probably got at least a plus 4, right? So let's say we got a plus 8. So 66 plus 8. Was that 36, 44 is the max. And then 14. Average of 29 damage for your bombs versus 54 on Iravetti. Which I don't think you're going to be fighting Iravetti at this point, but yeah. That's just an example. Just an example of what you could be doing here. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Greater Mutagen. I don't think that this gives you enough of a benefit to your hit. Especially when you're targeting touch AC. So we gotta keep in mind, all of these bombs are touch AC only. They don't give a damn about your armor. Oh, and cure critical wounds. I was saying before, I don't really like a whole lot of the level 4 spells. I don't think too many of them are that great. Cure critical is fine. Death ward is also pretty useful. Touch of slime is pretty trash. Are you still... Wait, what? Huh. One second. Yeah, that's definitely not what's going on here. Oh, I am sorry. Oh, Jesus, how long has that been going on? Oh no! How long has that been going on? Hopefully not too terribly long. Because that was like 8 levels ago. Um, no, it was not on your end. It was definitely, fuck me. Yeah, that was 6 levels ago. Oh no! It's fine. Everything's fine. This was all planned. It was just me trying to, you know, was it the theater of the mind? I was just trying to encourage y'all to get into that theater of the mind mindset, you know. Trying to get you to picture what I was talking about in your heads instead of seeing it on the screen. All incredibly intended. All right. Anyway, beast shape. Get the fuck out. Okay, we finally get extra bombs. We finally get extra bombs. That's good. Beast shape 3 as your first level 5. Oh, you only have 5 level 5 spells to choose from? Gross. I think I take spell resistance here. Right. Because right now, you're a backline character. Most of the time, you're not going to be targeted by physical attacks. Magic can still hit you, so I think spell resistance is probably the single biggest thing that you could do to protect yourself. Yeah. Yeah. I think spell resistance is way the fuck better than beast shape. Especially since we're not boosting up our strength at all. Our strength is a 10. You go into beast shape, you get a +4 to your strength score. No. 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 This is bad. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. You don't do this. You get spell resistance instead. Oh, hey, there's spell resistance. Get preserve organs. No. We still don't have fucking explosive bombs. We're level 14 and we don't have explosive bombs yet. This is insane at this point. They just refuse to get them. They're just never going to get explosive bombs. No, fuck you. You get acid bombs. That's it. That's all you get ever. And force bombs. I'm not a fan of the fortify ability. Please tell me they're not going to take it multiple times. Please tell me they're not going to take it multiple times. Just take explosive bombs. Guys, just take explosive bombs. Take cognitogen. If you're going for a bomber, I really do not see why you don't take this. I do not see why you don't take cognitogen. Like, you're losing your like, even if you don't take greater or grand cognitogen, so that you don't lose out on your dex score, I don't see why you don't take the basic, so that you can boost up the DC of your bombs. You're losing strength. Strength doesn't matter to you at all. Why do you why not this? Why not this? Why this? Why preserve organs? Gross. We do get spell resistance, though. So there is that. There is that, at least. Oh, hey, look, Death Ward. And more extra bombs. Okay. So we're finally starting to get more and more extra bombs. Making these fat. So what was that? That's 8. 15, so that's 23, plus our intelligence mod at this point is a +6. 15, 23, 29 bombs per day. I think at this point we have plenty of bombs to start taking full advantage of rapid shot and fast bomb. I think that's fine. Finally getting those is fine. Yeah, I think dropping back down and grabbing another level 4 spell here is fine. Stone Skin Communal has pretty good uses. But Elemental Body and Polymorph, not so much. Heal is one of my favorite spells in the entire game. Grand Mutagen. I mean, if you're gonna go for mutagens, you're gonna go for Grand Mutagen. On the other hand, this is damaging your bomb's DCs at this point. You are to. It is only a -1. So it's not massive, but I don't know. I'd much rather have this. Is there another? You get legendary proportions to help out the other party members. Transformation, not so much. Although, wait, can you still throw bombs if you're transformed? Because this could give you more iterative attacks, which means you do more damage. So transformation could be useful here. As long as you could throw your bombs. I don't know if bombs are considered spells in terms of this spell. I guess I would assume no. But without actually testing it, I can't say for sure. If you can throw bombs, transformation is really strong. If not, then not so much. Right. Heal is just good. Heal is just a good spell to have. Period. So I'm fine with that. Oh, hey, legendary proportions. Oh, hey, finally. Finally, we got our Knowledge Arcana maxed out. We did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We got there. And just extra. So from 13 to 20, I guess it's just going to be nothing but extra bombs over and over and over again. Legendary proportions is fine. I don't think that you use it on your character, like on the Alchemist. I don't think you use that. But this is one of my favorite spells. Sorry, my brain just flatlined for a moment. I definitely think that this is probably the best buff spell in the game. in my opinion. You just get so much from it. Transformation would be up there if you could use it on other people, but the fact that it is personal only makes it slightly worse. Becomes a... Oh, wait. So we now take mummification. Immune to cold, paralysis, and sleep. Sleep, I don't think comes up ever. Paralysis does, though. But this is like very endgame at this point, right? Level 18 in Kingmaker is like hyper endgame. Some people might not even get to level 18. Infusion lets you apply transformation to teammates. Does it really? Oh, interesting. That makes transformation a lot better on Alchemist than any other class. That has some implications. But mummification here, I think so. Since we never got blind fight, I think mummification is fine because this also it just gets rid of the enemy's ability to paralyze you with their gaze attacks. Because right, that's what those gaze attacks do, right? Wild hunt. Yeah. Where is it? It's really good to apply shield to teammates. Yeah, I have. Oh, yeah, that is the thing. Because I definitely have done that. No, that's not what that does. Do the Wild Hunt mage monarchs not have the fucking gaze attack? No, that's not what it is. All right. There it is. Wild gaze. All right. Are dazed and paralyzed. What the fuck? Succeeding at a save against any wild gaze attack, even a monarch's, never grants immunity to the monarch's wild gaze. That's gross as hell. But yeah, dazed and paralyzed. So mummification does prevent you from getting paralyzed. Doesn't prevent you from getting dazed, though. So you can still get hit by that. Which, that's fine. Okay. And then you do get transformation here as well. So we went over that. We talked about that. That's a really good spell for us to get. I'm okay with these choices. Mummification is basically just taking the place of blind fight as a feat. Abilities, yep, just more extra bombs. Dragonkind 1, ugh. Ugh. I would say potentially True Seeing over Dragonkind 1, but I'm trying to remember if there's any people that have blur or displacement effects this late in the game, and I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've played this game legitimately. I usually skip basically everything in the end game and go straight to the boss. So I can't remember if anything has blur effects on them. If yes, this is better. If no, this is wasted. And I don't know, fucking take Stone Skin or something. Did we ever get Stone Skin Communal? Nope. What do we get? Awakened Intellect. Intelligence score permanently increases by 2 points. Oh, you do get True Seeing. This basically just undoes the penalty that the Grand Mutagen causes to the intelligence score. Beyond that, there's not really. Boo, Owlcat, boo, intentionally causing an odd numbered ability score at level 20. Boo. Boo. Should have put it in Charisma. Should have put it in Charisma. I like how we got 4 here and 6. This is such a weird thing. Why? Why is this a thing? Also so weird that they go Awaken Intellect when they've been going the Mutagen route the entire time. Because, like, you could have replaced Preserve Organs. Instead of Infusion, get Cognitogen. Greater Cognitogen. Grand Cognitogen. Awakened Intellect. Or Cognitogen, Greater Cognitogen, Grand Cognitogen, Awakened Intellect. Just gotten rid of these 3. And then, like, replaced one of these 4. Or actually, no, just replace Toughness with Blind Fight. And then suddenly you get basically the exact same build. Oh, no, wait. We would still have Mummification in this build. So you wouldn't even need to do that. Anyway, I like, it's fine. This build is fine, and it will definitely get you through the game. Although Mummification at level 18 is really fucking late. You're gonna have been dealing with so many enemies that have paralyzing gaze attacks. I mean, I guess you do get freedom of movement fairly early on. It's your first level 4 spell. So you can be using that to prevent these things. If you want to just never cast another level 4 spell with this guy, which, I mean, is fair. None of these level 4 spells are that important. Like, Greater Invisibility, I think, is the next best one that you have here. But if you just give everybody in your party freedom of movement, then you don't have to worry about Blind Fight or any of that. Regardless. Yeah, overall, I think this is a fine build. We never got explosive bomb. I'm a little bit salty about that. We never got explosive bomb. Disappointing. Hello? There we go. What the fuck? Go away. All right. Game was ignoring my mouse for a second. It's because my controller decided to remember that it was plugged in. Yeah, there's not really a whole lot to say about this build. It's pretty basic, but I think it does the job. Like, there's not really anything where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is really interesting that they chose to do this. It's all like, it's very consistent with what we've seen with the companion auto builds that we were doing back on the podcast. Nothing but combat feats. We take no like skill feats, no meta magics, no teamwork feats, none of that stuff. Which I don't think teamwork feats would work very well on this guy anyway. But just pointing it out that none of those are going to show up. And yeah, that is the build. Oh, and the fact that we are a human doesn't really change anything in this build. We basically just got an extra 4 bombs per day. Not really that much of a difference. But yeah, there we are. That is the Kingmaker build. Let's see how Wrath does. So yeah, we are a little ways back. We're level 7. We just got heroism. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be the exact same build. Yeah, fast bombs, displacement, weapon focus bomb. Yep, cure serious wounds. We got the fucking random athletics and mobility, so they even kept that in here. Oh, and a random knowledge arcana. Weapon focus, yep. Force bombs and freedom of movement, yep. Same thing. Toughness. Greater immunity. Yeah, I think it might actually just be the exact same. Improved critical. Yep, preserve organs. And then there's the extra bombs. Yeah, so unfortunately, the whole premise of this, was to see how they were different. And literally the only difference is, we're an Aasimar instead of a human. That's it. And we have a heritage that gives us the +1 to damage for our bombs. It is a little bit unfortunate. A little bit sad that that's the only difference here. Oh, there's mummification, more extra bombs, there's Dragonkind. And yeah. Wait, what? Where do these extra preserve organs come from? Wait, was that a thing in Kingmaker? Well, there's a difference. Wait. One moment. No, we do get preserve organs 2 and 3. Okay. Never mind. I was like, holy shit, that's a difference. No. They just didn't show up for some reason. Or I was just blind and didn't notice. That's also possible. So yeah, that's a little bit sad. Because I was going to make this a whole thing where I was just going to go through and check every single one of them. I was going to go through all of the classes and see who did it better. But they just did the exact, they just copy pasted the build. And as we were saying earlier, holy bombs would be really good in Wrath. And they never grabbed them. Never grabbed holy bombs. Mummification, far less important in Wrath. Paralysis doesn't really show up. Sleep doesn't really show up. Cold damage does, but there's other ways to deal with that. Holy bomb. I mean, hell, you could holy bomb literally any point in this build and it would have been fine. Yeah, that's a little bit disappointing that they're the exact same build. Huh. Boo, cannot rest here. Bullshit, I can't. Ah, get fucked. 40 bombs. $40 bombs. So if I go in and I respec now, will it actually work? Nope. Yeah, for whatever reason, respecking the main character through that window just bugs the shit out of my game. And I literally have to Alt F4 to get out of that menu. Yeah, like I said, that's a little bit disappointing. That's a little bit underwhelming. But it is what it is. What we can do now is I can exit to desktop without a Kingmaker, and we could just look over another one of the auto builds. Right. We did Alchemist. We found that. By the way, I've been playing Cuphead a lot lately. I picked that up on sale. Good fucking game. Really difficult, really hard. It took me like 2 hours to beat one of the bosses this morning before I went to bed. But a lot of fun. I've been wanting to pick that game up basically ever since it came out, on and off. Do they recommend spells as well? The spells were all exactly the same. They literally just copy-pasted the entire build from one game to the other. Oh, I guess I should just start a new game, huh? Is it gonna let me? Nope. What did I do wrong? No idea. But it will not let me start a new game unless I restart the game now. That's such a weird... Such a weird thing that's happening. Hey, also, hey, good evening. Good evening, Igor. How you doing? Yeah, Cuphead, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, that's kind of why I might just give up on... Let me make a game happen, game. Is Toy Box just bugged out? Is that what it is? Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate that they did it that way. I can understand a lot of it because a lot of the abilities are going to be just as good for one game as the other. Yeah, it is. Should we, should we just use her auto build? Should we check? Do we want to check a pre-gen character and see how their auto build goes? Or do we want to go into the Barbarian? Because that's who would be next, is the Barbarian. Well, actually, if we're going through just the Wrath classes now, we could just go down the line, right? Although, like, some of these classes I know nothing about. Like, I know absolutely nothing about the Arcanist. Half health? Melee combat and range combat. That's cheating. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna do the Arcanist. I'm going to judge the Arcanist. Barbarian? Alright, we can do the Barbarian. That's fine. Use recommended build. Yeah, see, Asimar. Angel Kid is the strength and charisma one. Yep. UMD and can use lesser restoration spell once per day. And lower religion. Lesser restoration I'm perfectly fine with. It's a very good spell to have. Oh no, I'm perfectly fine with going with, because I know the Barbarian a hell of a lot better than I know the Arcanist. So I'm perfectly fine with taking Barbarian over Arcanist. Because I actually know this one. Lumberjack. Adds athletics. Get a +1 competence bonus, which is going to disappear as soon as you get any piece of equipment that boosts it. And you get Great Axe, Hand Axe, Battle Axe. It's fine. Only up to 18. No 20s here. Interesting. No 20s, no 19s. A 13 intelligence, which actually kind of makes sense, right? A 13 intelligence makes sense because you want to have at least that much for all of the combat feats that you want to grab. $15 dex, 14. Okay, so what would I have done differently? So we're going power attack. And I did see, so this is one of the classes that I checked in Kingmaker. And I did see that this class will be going cleave. So the first two feats are going to be power attack, cleave. I'm curious if this is going to go in, intimidation build, then the charisma being a 12 here is fine. If not, this is completely wasted. Should dump this down to 7 and then boost strength up, or get dex up to 16 for the even number, or like even 1916, even something like that, right? I don't know if the math actually maths out. I can never remember how much this would get me. Like, I do not know how many points this would get me. If it would be enough to do anything to help out up here or any of that stuff. But if we're going Intimidate, a 12 Charisma is fine. If we're not, this is absolutely wasted. Athletics, Mobility, Lore, Nature, Perception. I think those are all fine for a Barbarian. Athletics, obviously you want to get Athletics on a Barbarian. Mobility is fine. It's a class skill. We have a decent Dexterity. And we're going to get better ones most likely out off of belts. So yeah, the 13 in I'm perfectly fine with. The 13 in I'm perfectly fine with. The 12 charisma is what I take issue with. If they don't go intimidation, which they probably will not, I would be very surprised. Drop it if it was your character. Yeah, I think my current intimidation character has a 7 oh my, those are trash. We are trying to find out exactly how good or bad they are. that is the point of this. We just got done with Alchemist. It was serviceable. The Alchemist build was actually fairly serviceable. It wasn't great, but it wasn't absolute garbage either. And we're gonna find out how well the Barbarian survives. So power attack is fine. I really like getting power attack. Yeah. Your name is 1. Oh god, every time I'm gonna have to go through the dialogue. Blah, dialogue. But yeah, I've been interested in so long about checking out all the different auto builds for all the different companion characters, all the different yeah, Alchemist definitely could have been better for Wrath. For Kingmaker, it was fine. The build definitely felt like it was made for Kingmaker more than Wrath. Especially with the mummification. Discovery. Start the Access DLC. Oh, that's right. It's been roughly 17 years since I've thought about that DLC. So, guarded stance, really? You start with this? Get out of here. Make premates for the auto builder? Yeah, that would be really nice. God, as a speedrunner for these games, I would love to just have a pre-gen build. Oh my god, that would make things so much easier. Guarded stance. Ah, god, that's gross. Lethal stance is better. Powerful stance is better. Reckless. There's a mod. Yeah, but you can't use mods. Can't use mods in speedruns. Those are illegal, Igor. Damn. Imagine the Kingmaker run. Show up as one of those 5 pre-made characters. Oh, God, that'd be nice. Okay, so let's actually look at this as to what it actually is. +1 dodge bonus to AC for the duration of her current range. Bonus increases by 1 for every 4 levels the Barbarian has. Dodge bonuses do stack with one another, so that's good. However, if we're being completely technical, I'm the entirety of the Kingmaker and Wrath of the Righteous active, at least. I well, not even. There is no active community for Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous speedrunning anymore. Zwango helped a ton when it comes to routing. but he only ever did one run. Oh, I feel really bad because I can't remember the other person that did a rat speed run. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look that up because I feel really bad now that I can't remember. Wrath of the Righteous. What was their name? Akasha Rose. Yeah, that was them. That was them. Akasha Rose did one run. Unfortunately, Akasha Rose did their run, beat my record, did their run, and then 2 days later, Zwango came in and cut their time by like an hour. I'm sorry, by 40 minutes. Literally cut their run by 40 minutes with his solo run in Wrath. But yeah, as far as Kingmaker goes, I'm the only person that's done a run for Kingmaker. Let me look that up real quick. Pathfinder Kingmaker, speedrun.com. 2 years ago was the last time Dagroth put in a run in Kingmaker. February 21st, 2021. Yeah, it was really unfortunate because like before they damn speedrunners, you ruined speedrun. Look, listen. It's what we do. Alright. You know that spell resist Fate Form Shifter is based on character level rather than class level. Such Fate Form Shifter legend gets a permanent 50 spell resistance. Oh. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Anyway, guarded stance. I would say it's better than like Daemon or Fiend. Or Scent even. But it's probably the worst of the stances. Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. I had a lot of fun figuring those runs out. Igor came in like, or not Igor, sorry. Igor also helped a lot. But Zwango definitely came in and just like completely destroyed all of the work that I did. He's like, hey, I did it better. Even Fiend is better? Oh, is it later? Here, let's take a look at Fiend Totem. Which one am I thinking of? Yeah, Greater Fiend Totem. That's what I was thinking of. The one where like your good allies are just gonna be fucking shaken the entire time. Oh, and they're just gonna take damage every round. So you just never take Greater Fiend Totem unless you're going with a full neutral / evil party. Oh yeah, like I'm definitely not downplaying the amount of work that I put in. I'm just also mentioning the other people that have put in a lot of work as well. That's all. That's all. Okay, so here we got a +1 competence bonus on melee attacks. Who plays with good characters? I tend to play with mostly good characters. Do I? Wait. What is my party? My party is usually like Woljif, Arushale. I usually play with Ember because I just like spontaneous casters over prepared. Although I think Nenio is just a better spellcaster. Darren. My most recent playthrough I played with Ulbrig as one of my melees. I guess most of my characters would not have been good. I don't even know. What is Ulbrig? Is he a good character or is he neutral? Did I see the belt? I did not. I heard about it, but I did not see it. No. Okay, so we got a +1 competence bonus, +1 bonus on melee damage rolls. This is untyped. Untyped damage bonuses are really strong. And then you got Reckless Stance, which is a +1 untyped neutral good. That kind of makes sense. Untyped bonus to attack, but -1 to AC. That both increase by 1 for every 4 levels. +1 bonus to melee damage. Untyped. So stacks with everything. This also stacks with everything. Lethal Stance gives you a +1 competence bonus. So it does not stack with other competence bonus bonuses. How many competence bonuses do you get with attack rolls, though? Bardic Performance. Is there any others? What other sources of competence bonuses are there for attack rolls? I know Bardic Performance is one. Early access runs terrible for you. I have not looked at early access at all. I tend to avoid early access for games that I'm wanting to look forward to or wanting to play, because I've definitely done the thing where I play the early access, I get to the end of the early access, and then I never pick it up again ever. I've definitely done that. But yeah, Guarded Stance I'm not a huge fan of. It's fine if you're going for a more tanky character. Some spells are competence bonuses as well. I know Heroism is morale. That's the one that I tend to think about most when it comes to buffing attack rolls. It's rare. Competence bonuses are rare for attack rolls. So I think Lethal Stance probably would be the best one if you're not looking for straight up damage, in which case I would go with Powerful Stance. Although Reckless Stance, you just don't have to worry about whether it stacks or not because it's untyped, so it stacks with everything. Guarded Stance, it is a dodge bonus, so it also stacks with that. Never did go back to Bannerlord. I don't even know what that game is. So that happened with me with Rogue Legacy 2 for a long time. I never went back to Rogue Legacy 2 after playing the early access, despite loving the absolute fuck out of the first game and having a lot of fun in the early access. But I played really, really early in the early access, so there wasn't that much to the game yet. And it was like months and months and months after the game was actually released before I was like, oh, maybe this game actually has stuff in it now. And I went back and tried it again and had a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm not a fan of Guarded Stance. Basically, here's the long and short of this particular screen that we've been on for 20 minutes. I don't like Guarded Stance as this choice. After the patch, Guarded Hearth now gives competence bonuses as well. Okay, fair enough. I tend to forget about that because I never, ever, ever, ever use it. Oh yeah, the stances definitely have. Yeah, see this one, deadly accuracy requires lethal. Lethal accuracy requires deadly accuracy. Okay, so here we go. +4 bonus to AC against the crit attack rolls. Gross. Complier dodge as a bonus on reflex saves. Barbarian's dodge bonus to AC from guarded stance is doubled against ranged attacks. I'm not really Not really feeling those. I'm gonna be honest. But whatever. All right, guarded stats. You know, one of these days I'm gonna remember that this game has a search function, but apparently it's not gonna be today. Completely forgot that was the thing. So yeah, here's the cleave that I was talking about. Yeah. So we're going cleave. I wonder if they're going to go the full cleaving finish route, or if they're just going to like stop at cleaving finish, or what they're going to do here with this. I'm really curious. Because I tend to go, if I go cleave, I go all the way. I take all 4 of them. Because it's just fun seeing like you kill one person, then you just like chop through like 8 people. It's so much. Beast Totem! Alright, what does Beast Totem do? Gives you claws? Oh no. Are you really locking us into claws? There's no way. Also, Nat armor. Okay. Pounce. No! Is it really? Is it just the pounce that gives it, that makes it good? I mean, Pounce is really good. But I feel like if you're going to go a Pounce character, just go Cavalier. You just get it for free. Because you're not actually moving, so fuck it. Bite is just so much better than claw attacks on a barbarian. Because, you know, you could actually use them with your weapons. Pounce is, like, I will say that Pounce is really good. I think that there's better classes to work with it. Yeah, I guess. I know. I'm actually just looking at the other totems real quick. And I guess none of the other totems are... Actually, yeah. Yeah, I guess Beast Totem is probably the best out of the totems. That you have more than 2 like you're supposed to, yeah. Yeah, I guess out of the different totems, Beast Totem is the best one. Nerds have done the math, and Beast is the most mimic. Yeah, because, like, Celestial... What do we got here? Subject to spell, you heal a bit more. Spell resistance. 11 plus the Barbarian's class. With against spells with the evil descriptor specifically. +2 bonus on all saving throws against spells from evil creatures. Invisibility purge that only affects non-good creatures, which is the vast majority of people that you fight in this game. Yeah, Celestial just doesn't really do much, does it? Especially for a Barbarian, I don't think you really care about that. Melee attacks impose temporary negative levels on a successful crit. Heals 5 hit points. Useless. 5 hit points is useless. Let's do bonus on saving throws against acid damage. Also not great. Death effects, disease, and poison. Ooh, you can get up to a +4. And this one just destroys your own party if you're using good characters. So this one, like, vastly restricts the party compositions that you can have. Wait, did it actually say that? Oh, on a successful critical hit. Yeah, because, like, if you're going to crit on a barbarian, like, the kill potential is pretty damn high. Yeah, that is true. So yeah, I do guess that of all of the totems, the beast totem does do the most for you. So yeah, I guess. Fine, I will retract my prior statement. Hey, cleaving finish. I approve. Hey, beast totem. I mean, if you're gonna go for one, might as well go all the way. I want to vomit. Why? Why does Owlcat love this stupid fucking feat so much? Not good. There's so many better feats that you could take here. There's so many better feats that you could take. Take to Great Cleave. Go for it. Start down the fucking, where's it at? Oh, you don't have weapon focus. Get weapon focus in something. So that we can start down the dazzling display route. Oh, they get toughness on everybody. They got toughness on the Alchemist. In both games. Granted, they got everything on the Alchemist in both games, which is why we're not comparing the Barbarian. Because it seems that they just copy-pasted the Kingmaker to the Wrath ones. At least they're putting it in strength. I mean, this is fine, right? Getting a boost to your reflex saving throws is actually really strong. I would prefer Animal Fury, because if you could kill the people, before they hit you, then you don't have to worry about them casting spells that require a reflex save. So, but yeah, I think this one's fine. If you have the stupid defensive stance that... Give me 1 second. So I had my keys in my pocket, and I just leaned against my chair, and the car alarm button hit against the arm of the chair and just set off my car alarm. So that's fun. I'm going to be back in just a second. I need to grab a drink. I have returned. Oh, I need to charge this. Give me once. Probably not absolutely necessary. Stay hydrated. Why would I want to do that? Hydration is for the weak. I'm staying caffeinated. That is far more important. Reflexive dodge. Yeah. If you're going to get the guarded stance, reflexive dodge, I think, is probably the better one. Yeah, I think this is probably the best out of the, like, follow-ups. Hey! We got the Great Cleave. We got it. We did it. Happy we got the Pathfinder games, but damn, I wish they were better. They are pretty good. Oh no! You're focusing so hard on these defensive ones. No. Get us Animal Fury. Let me bite people. Imagine focusing on protecting yourself against crits. When most crits in this game, when coming against you, are going to be nat 20 only. Disgusting. Yeah, they're not perfect, but they are pretty good. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Hence me speedrunning them. Yeah. Kind of gross. Wish we got Animal Fury. Wish we would get any of the other stances, honestly. Swift Foot is also pretty decent. Like, allowing you to get to the other people faster is just good. Okay. Excuse me, sir. You skipped a fucking step. We got improved critical before we got weapon focus. Great Axe is a nat 20 only, right? Pathfinder Great Axe. Go away. Yeah. Nat 20 only. I guess that's fine. I do like Great Axes. That ×3 multiplier is pretty neat. It's pretty nifty. Pathfinder Tabletop? I have, yes. Mostly first edition. I have GM'd one session of second edition, and that's the entirety of my second edition experience in actual gameplay. Had fun with it, realized I'm a terrible GM, so we didn't continue that. But yeah, I had a bard character, a druid character, I had a spiritualist character, I had... What other Pathfinder characters did I have? Gunslinger. I played a gunslinger for a bit. Oh, there's the Beast Totem Greater. So at level 12, we get Pounce. Pretty nice, I will say. Although I will stick with the fact that I think that if you're going to go for a Pounce stuff, just make a Cavalier. If you're going to be charging a lot, I feel the Cavalier is the best class to do it. Bug classes and spells just don't release stuff that does not work. Yeah. I mean, that's how, like, that's so many AAA releases, though. Like, I'm not even joking. I'm not going to pick up the next Bethesda game whenever the fuck it comes out in 300 years, but I can't wait to see just how much of a broken fucking mess that is whenever it's released, right? That's like the thing about Bethesda games is they're a mess. Every time they come out, they're a fucking mess. Well, hello, Shelby Cat. You gonna come up and say hi to everybody? Huh? Come on. You come up? No? You want me to ignore you? Okay. We will pretend that we don't see the kitten, and then she will come up on her own accord shortly. Okay, so they do go all the way... Yep, see, there we go. We have a cat. Yeah, we got the full cleaving finish line. We did it. We got there. Yeah. Don't knock over my drink that I just got, please. Come on. Yeah, there's my baby girl. So for those of you who are new to the streams, this is Shelby. She's my baby girl. Hi. I mean, look, you can walk through walls by carrying a pot in front of you in Skyrim. Like, that game is just as spaghetti coded as any of their other games. Oh no. Oh no. Why would you take this one? Why would you take this one when you have this one right here? You have this one here. You have this one. You have so many better options. The horse up the mountain. Yeah. Like, let me be clear. I like Skyrim. I played the hell out of Skyrim. I got like a few hundred hours in Skyrim, I think. But that game is... Oops. Just punched the microphone. Sorry about that. That game is a mess. Like, we cannot be honest and say that that game is not. Critical focus. I don't like this. I feel like this is leaning a bit too much into critical hits on a 19 to 20 crit range weapon right now. I'm not a huge fan of getting critical focus on anything less than a 17 to 20. And honestly, I don't really like going critical focus regardless. Because the majority of the time, like, even if you have an 18 to 20 and you get improved critical, you're still not going to crit. You're still going to be doing normal hits more than critical hits. So this is boosting up hits that are less, like, far less likely. So I'm not a fan of this. Huge fan of the Fauchard. Fauchards are good. Fauchards are really good. I mean, a lot of exotics are. That is one thing that I did not realize until relatively recently. Is just how good and just how varied the exotic weapons are. Ah, there's Fearless Rage. Okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with getting Fearless Rage. I would prefer Animal Fury. I mean, I've said this how many times now? The fact that we don't have this yet is kind of dumb, because it's just an extra attack. Kitten distraction. Kitty distraction. Back under the beard she go. Because for whatever reason, she likes snuggling up under the beard. But yeah, being immune to Shaken and Frightened, that's fine. There are a fair number of enemies in this game that do have things like Dazzling Display or some kind of intimidating aura or something like that. So being completely immune to that kind of stuff is pretty good. I'm okay with this. There are... Like I said, there are things I would rather have, but, you know. Here we go. Okay, so at least we went into the critical feats. Like, that is, like, the one caveat for critical focus, is if you go into the critical feats, then I'm less... I am more okay with going critical focus if you go into the critical feats. Yeah, Fauchard is an 18 to 20. I don't know if it's D10 or not, but that sounds about right. But yeah, that's it. It's definitely one of my favorite exotic weapons for sure. It's really, really strong. And I think it's two-handed, so you get the 1.5 times strength multiplier on it. So yeah, staggering critical. Now, if we're gonna go critical feats, I think tiring into exhausting is best. Staggering, I don't really like too much. What would survive your Great X crits to become staggered after? Bosses. That's basically it. It's reach as well. I forgot about the reach. Oh my god. Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better. Yeah, that's really, really strong. Now, the problem with staggering critical, I forgot about this until I was reading the thing right now. It requires a fort save. The problem is most demons have an incredibly high fort save. So they're gonna be unaffected by this. What you want with your critical abilities is you want something like tiring critical, where there's no save. It's if you get crit, you take this. Just here, this is for you. You don't want, like, sickened, you just get it. Staggering requires you to roll a crit possibility, confirm that crit, and for them to fail their save. So there are 3 rolls required for staggering critical to come off. And the first and third are probably the least likely to actually succeed, right? The actual crit itself, and then the fort save failure, right? Those are probably going to be the 2 hardest rolls to hit. Tiring critical removes that third roll entirely. Exhausting critical, same thing. Sickening critical, the same thing. Here, let's just search critical. Exhausting critical, no. What the hell? Oh yeah, there's blinding critical. Yeah, see, blinding critical also requires a fort save. You do not want the fort save. Not here. But if this is a holdover from Kingmaker, that's less of an issue because, well, staggering critical and blinding critical work far better in Kingmaker because, surprise, surprise, Fae don't have great fort saves. Any of y'all have not seen the Kingmaker speedrun, we take advantage of that for the final boss to turn them into a dog. We end the game with a fort save or die spell. That's how we end the video game. But in Wrath, fort saves are far higher on the vast majority of the enemies you're going to be facing. So staggering critical, blinding critical, just don't do that much, unfortunately. All right, we're doubling down on the increased damage reduction. I'm assuming that our final one at level 20 is also going to be increased damage reduction, which is unfortunate. I would definitely prefer Animal Fury, as I've said roughly 700 times now. But there's not too much else going on here. Oh my god, stab me in the face. I hate it. 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 This is bad. 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 I hate this fucking feat. Almost as much as I hate Die Hard. Not quite, because it doesn't actually damage the build. But you are boosting up the damage of attacks that are less likely to hit. And it requires consecutive hits for the bonus to happen. So if you hit the first time, you miss the second hit, and you somehow hit the third one, you don't get any bonus. You have to hit in a row. It's bad. It's bad, and I hate that they keep doing this. I hate this feat. Get me extra rage. Get me an extra rage power. Get me dodge. Get me weapon focus. We still don't have weapon focus. We don't have weapon focus. We have improved critical... Wait, where's that? We have improved critical great axe. We have no weapon focus. Why don't we have weapon focus? What is this? Or shit! I hate this feat. I hate this feat so much. Especially since there's so many... Obviously... I haven't talked about teamwork feats because I know that they're not going to go for them. Outflank is right here, man. Outflank is right here. You could take it. Yeah. The only people that I recommend Hammer the Gap for are legends with full BAB classes or animal companions with a lot of natural attacks. Those are the only two that I really recommend Hammer the Gap. I legitimately believe that there are better feats for every other kind of build. Legend and animal companions with like a Smilodon that has like 5 natural attacks, go for it. Because all of those natural attacks are primary natural attacks. None of them take penalties to their attack roll. So they're all just as likely to hit as one another. Unless you have weapon focus on one, but not the other. But no, stop it. When you have weapon focus available to you, and you've already locked your character into a weapon via improved critical, just take fucking weapon focus. Just right here. Just do the thing. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It's the worst. Get it out of my builds. Yeah, there's increased weapon damage reduction again. And once again, we are just... we have 3 odd ability scores here. You know? We have just as many odd ability scores as even here. That's, you know, it hurts my soul that this is a thing. I hate it. Should have just boosted up the dex by 1. Ooh. I'm far less... Yeah, absolutely no use for this charisma bonus, so you can dump this down to 7 and boost up your strength and dex more. Or your con. Boost up your con a bit more. Get more, because your con affects your rage powers. Not necessarily, because so it would be +0, +0, +1, +2 is 3, +3 is 6, +4 is 10. So you'd actually have a +10 damage over all of those attacks, right? Oh yeah, on average it would be a +2. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Yep. I see what you mean now. It took me a second, but I got there. Started out pretty okay. Well, actually, no, it kind of just nosedived at level 2, right? So nosedived at level 2 with guarded stance instead of lethal or powerful or reckless. Any of those would have been better. Cleaving finish, I'm perfectly fine with. Beast totem lesser. I originally said that I was not a fan of it, but after looking at the 2 other totem, or the 3 other totems that you could grab, I do prefer this one over the others. Reflexive dodge. As I said, if you're gonna take guarded stance, then yeah, reflexive dodge is really good. Toughness is bad, don't take it. I'm sorry, but the bosses at the end of the game are doing like 60 plus damage per hit. An extra 20 health isn't going to help you that much. Barb should have gone Tiefling. Right? Tieflings are just better at being barbarians than Aasimar are. Yeah, Barb seems a lot like, yeah. Assumes human and the build is there. No, because I mean, if they copied it from Kingmaker, which we could actually check, it would have to be level 19, but you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it. I forgot I closed Kingmaker. All right, let's pop Kingmaker open. We're just gonna bust through it real quick. We're gonna see if at level 19 they get weapon focus. Let's find out. I actually have a save for the barbarian, so we could just go and do it. Go away. Let's find out. Let's find out. All right. Nope, they picked Iron fucking Will. Just, oh my god, just kill me. Yeah. Okay, so the +2 charisma was because of the, yeah, I forgot. It was because of the thing. So the lowest that we could have gotten charisma down to is a 9, but even still. Yeah, improve critical focus, staggering critical, hammer the gap. Yeah, Iron Will. Yep. Literally the same. Guarded stance, beast totem lesser. Yep. Beast totem. Reflexive dodge, protect the vitals, beast totem greater, increased damage reduction. Yep. It's the exact same build again. Iron Will. Guys, come on. Did y'all just forget? Did they just forget that weapon focus was a thing? How are you going to take improved critical but not weapon focus? Like, that's just something I don't understand. I just don't get it. How do you take weapon focus over... How? Or, I'm sorry, how do you take Iron Will over weapon focus? How do you take critical focus and staggering critical and hammer the gap? Yeah, this is not a great... No. Okay, as I said, the Alchemist build... Yeah, there were some things that you could change. But it would work. If you're just playing through these games on normal, the Alchemist build would work. In Wrath, you would probably need to take... I mean, you would need to take Ascendant Element to be able to ensure that your bombs were actually doing damage. But it could work. This build, though, I have much less positive things to say about. Fucking Iron Will, man. 12 charisma. Dump your charisma. If you don't use it for something in your build, or if you're a bard, or if you're like the face of the party. Dump that shit. It's useless. There's no point. I actually got a little bit excited when I saw the 12 charisma. I was like, oh, are they gonna go for an intimidation build? Because I've definitely done that. Hell, half of my main characters have been intimidators lately. But my god. Yeah, it's just wasted. It's wasted. This is wasted. This extra point is wasted. Just put it in Dex. Like, I don't know why they have it. Okay, so Owlcat has it set up so that all of their auto builds will just put points into one ability score for the every 4 levels. All of them go into one. I don't know why that is. It can't be that difficult to make it so that you stop at a certain point and then you put it into a second. Just make it a priority system. If strength equals 22, put point into Dex. Or I'm sorry, like literally you don't even have to do that. At level 20, put point into Dex. You don't even have to have a priority system. Just 4, 8, 12, 16, strength, 20, Dex. It can't be that difficult. If I can make an Excel function that can do that, you should be able to do that in your video game. Maybe that's a fallacious argument. Maybe that argument doesn't make sense. I don't know. I have not really done that much coding. I have coded a video game. It was really shit. So I understand how to shittily code a video game. I do not know how to code a video game well, but I can't imagine that would be that difficult of a change to make. Just, you know what the stats are. You know what the stats are. I don't get it. I said fallacious, sir. And not even fellatio. Although I did realize as soon as I said, I'm like, oh yeah, that's the joke that's gonna happen. That's what's about to be a thing. But yeah, like even the lumberjack. Doesn't really do much. Like, it doesn't do much mechanically. It kind of makes sense on a, like, thematically. You know, especially if you're going for a Great Axe build. It kind of makes sense thematically. Did I try the Ceremonial Falcata for my Intimidation builds? I did not. Because I didn't know that it existed. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I did not do that because I didn't know that it was a thing. Oh, there is something that I forgot to do on Wednesday. We are kind of getting, you know what? I'm gonna exit this. I did forget to do a thing on Wednesday. And that thing is, I forgot to figure out what the hell our next Pokemon is going to be. Use it for your first build. Infinite loops damage on downed enemies and crashes your game. And you have dazzling display on kill. Well, I'm really glad I haven't done that then. 23. That's right before Pikachu. What is that? Spearow? Is that a Spearow? Kind of hope not. Give me 1 second. What is number 23? It is. All right, I am going to re-roll because I don't want to deal with Spearow because, not because I'm like, oh god, that's gonna suck, but because I literally just uploaded the Firo run to the VOD channel yesterday. I don't want to do Spiro immediately after Firo. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed that message entirely, Jeff. Yeah, I do agree with Igor. I do believe that it is best that, oh, ladies and gentlemen, we just rolled Nidoking. That's gonna be a fun one. Yeah, I do believe that they legitimately make them good enough to get through the game at normal difficulty. This is my assumption. Obviously, I have no information, but this is my assumption as to their intentions for these. Yeah, by the way, that means that tomorrow we're going to be doing Pokemon Red solo run with just Nidoking, which is kind of funny because that is the actual speedrun strat for the video game. We're not going to be playing the game the same way that the speedrun does, obviously, because of all of the rules that I have for those runs. But that is what we're going to be doing tomorrow. But yeah, I do believe that they intentionally make them suboptimal so that people do have reason to make them better. These are good enough to get you through the game on normal. Like literally just power attack and the cleave feats are probably enough to get you through on normal. Just them in themselves is enough to get you through on normal without too much trouble. As long as you have some kind of healer and buffer in the party in general. Oh, I should probably get rid of the fucking gross layout bits, huh? While I talk about this. So yeah, I do believe that they do that. These are good enough. Some of them are going to be better than others. It's the same as the companion auto builds. A lot of the companion auto builds, there's a lot of things where I'm like, okay, this makes sense, this makes sense. That was kind of gross. This makes sense, this makes sense. Why do they have Hammer the Gap again? Okay, I'm okay with this. This is pretty trash. Like, like that's kind of the consistent through line for all of these. But you don't need a hyper optimal build to be able to get past normal, right? Like normal is a fairly, as I found out as I was trying to go through fairly recently, and I realized, oh, there's no challenge. Oh, there's still no challenge. Oh, I went up to unfair and I'm still one-shotting people. If you have like a really good build and you have really good equipment and your people are of decent level, you're just gonna run through this game no matter what. Igor, were you there when we fought Baphomet? Was I on unfair by the time I got to Baphomet? And I think I 3-shot him with Arushale. By the way, Arushale's kind of broken. Like, she's just really over fucking powered. That lady is just stupid. Like, I'm fairly certain that by the time I got to Baphomet, I had bumped the game up to unfair. And I one-shot Hepsamira and I 3-shot Baphomet with Arushale. Like, I don't think anybody else even had time to get to him before Arushale had shot him 3 times and killed him. But yeah. It's a couple of minutes early, but I think we are going to call it here for the day. Tomorrow we're going to be going back to Pokemon. I think next Tuesday we'll start going through more of these. I had a lot of time talking about this stuff. And yeah, since Aru stat spread is just, oh my god, it's so good. I did have a lot of fun doing this. So I think we're gonna kind of go back to a similar schedule as to what I was doing on Twitch. We're gonna be going through all of the auto builds for all of the classes. It's actually nerf compared to tabletop. Jesus. Next week we'll probably start with the Arcanist. Oh, here's another interesting thing. What if we compare the auto build for like the pre-gen character versus an auto build for a non-pre-gen character? So like if we were to go in, oh god damn it, it's not gonna make, oh, whatever. This one. So like this is a Cavalier, right? This character right here, Cavalier. I wonder if this character's build is different than the normal Cavalier build. So maybe on Tuesday we compare the Cavalier build with hers first. And just see how they go. And then we just, you know, see if they're the same. If they are, then obviously there's no point in doing the rest of them. If they are not, it's busy at the store. How dare you? How dare you not drop everything the moment I go live? Oh my god. Welcome in. It was good to see you regardless of the timing of it. Yeah, we're just gonna close that. Yeah. I think that's it. That's it for me today. Tomorrow, Nidoking solo run through Pokemon Red. And then on Tuesday, when we come back, we will start going over all the auto builds in Wrath of the Righteous, starting with the Cavalier and Tailwind, and seeing if they are, in fact, different from each other. All right, thank you everybody for hanging out. I appreciate y'all as always. And as always, I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.